What's one tip you would tell your brother and or son to date in 2024? What to look out for and beyond?
Transformers.
What's in disguise?
We can start here because you said you have a child, right?
Yes.
Is it a boy or a girl? It's a girl? Okay.
Definitely.
One
like,
tip.
I know a lot of people are gonna be like, "Oh my God, she's a single mom. She don't know what she's talking about." But you need a God-fearing man.
Exactly.
I don't know if you guys believe in God, but that's just me.
We talked about to watch out for with women.
Sorry, but yeah, that a person who's respectful to her. Like, I don't want her to be like me, you know, because people will like, when I go that route, like, you're a single mom. But it's like, I was young, I was dumb, I was in love.
Oh, so you would tell your son to avoid a single mom?
I don't know about avoiding a single mom per se, because being a single mom doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. People make mistakes, both guys and girls. I would just go by what type of person she is. If she's treating her child right, then she can treat your child right. Now, if you don't want to date single women, that's your preference. That doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. How many women don't date single dads?
A lot.
You know?
Yeah, but I would argue dating a single mother as a man versus dating a single father as a woman are two completely different things.
Yeah,
when you come
I
in as a
agree.
single, when you come in as a man to a single mother's life, it's pretty much implied that you're going to have to take over and provide some kind of financial assistance to that child. But when the woman comes in to a single dad's life, she's typically not going to be looked at to, provide financial security. She's going to be looked at to provide some nurturing, whatever. But I would argue that comes natural to a female, like providing, nurture care to a child versus like for a man, it's not in our nature to provide resources to a child that isn't ours. Hell, I mean, if you want to go a little bit back here, a little bit more dark, like if you look at like the animal kingdom, when like a lion comes in and takes over the pride, the first thing he does is he kills all the cubs of the other man.
Correct.
Like men are not designed to be cucked, like in general. Like there's some weirdos out there that like that shit. But I've noticed that men have a natural proclivity to dislike taking care of another man's children and or being with a woman that is promiscuous. Like we just have a innate revulsion for it. So I don't know, but I think a woman could definitely come in and take care of kids because like that's in your guys' nature to be around children.
It depends on the type of person who you are. Not just because you're a woman doesn't mean you're a mother.
Yeah.
A lot of people, a lot of women don't know how to take care of their men. So if you cannot take care of your man, I mean, it's like you want him to take care of you, right?
Okay, so you would tell him to see if she could take care of you.
Yeah, like we have to take care of each other. So it's our preference, honestly.
Man, she right though. I got 2 deadbeat moms. I didn't tell you about that.
Oh shit!
My 2 older kids, I raised them 3 years old and 6 years old. Both of their moms were deadbeats.
Damn, that's rare.
Yeah, it is rare. I found 2 of them.
Damn, you got 2. Goddamn, man.
Yeah, I mean, nobody wants that. Sometimes it just happens. But you just have to learn from it and do better. So I want my daughter to do better. Find a better man than I did. Okay. Don't make the same mistake. Wait. If he's the right man, then have a child. Don't go by the pressure of the family or social media. Baby fever is bullshit.
Okay. What about you? What is one tip you would tell your brother and or son to date in 2024 and beyond?
If I have a son, I would tell him to look for a smart girl.
A smart girl.
Smart girl. I feel like if a girl's smart, she can do a lot of things.
Smart in what way? Street smart or book smart?
No, it doesn't matter. Street smart and book smart, both of them, you need them both.
Oh, so doctor.
No, not really that smart, but what I mean, just like smart in general.
Married doctor.
Just know how to be respectful, kind, and just like, I'm still like, if I'm a mom, I see me as an Asian mom. Like, talk to me nice. Talk to me nice.
Are you smart? Dude, chopsticks. Are you smart yourself? No.
I don't know if I'm smart or not, but I'm bilingual. So.
Bro.
So your one tip to your son or brother would be to find a girl that's smart.
Yeah, smart and kind. Like I need that kind, like smart. Okay. Yeah.
But what if they're smart but still promiscuous? You don't.
I don't like it.
You don't like that.
Wait, but you just said only smart.
You said only smart though.
No, smart and kind.
But
it
smart, kind, but still a hoe. Your son can date.
Come on, man, a hoe.
No. Well, honestly, I would never know. I would never know if a girl's a hoe or not. I don't think I would be a mother that like. If my son dates somebody, I won't like search her up or like.
Yo, come on, man. You know when a girl's a hoe. Come on, man.
But I can tell.
Come on,
If she's a hoe, I can tell.
So then you can tell.
Yeah,
I can tell. I can tell.
Just contradict.
I can tell.
Instantly.
Wait, June. So top 3 signs a girl's a hoe.
3 signs?
Top 3.
I cannot tell. That's hard. I'm not a zodiac sign person though.
No.
Like, you mean sign?
Yeah.
Okay.
You ain't smart.
English is not my first language.
Chris.
Okay, I can tell if a girl she's smart or not, hoes or not. Probably just like see if she spent a lot of time with my son or not. You know, see if she's actually be able to come to me and talk to me, you know, because I feel like if I'm gonna have a son and he dating that girl, she have to come to me, like approaching me, talk to me, something like that. That's how I can tell if she's a hoe or not, if she like my son or not. I can tell that.
By talking to her.
Yeah, by talking to her, she have to approach me.
So that's your hoe repellent. She initiates conversation with you.
Not like that. It's just like when you talk to someone, you can tell. You can just tell the energy and stuff.
You just mentioned earlier if she's smart, right?
Yeah.
If she's smart.
If she's smart, she can know her way
to
trick me, and I
be
like
nice
that.
to you, and then go fuck somebody right after. She's smart. No?
I don't know.
Yo, your son is doomed, bro.
I don't know, but I'm sure my son would be smart enough to pick a girl as well. I know
All right.
him.
What about you, Miss Personal Trainer? What would you advise your son or brother to deal with modern day dating?
I think the question was what they should stay away from, right?
Or one tip, to avoid any fuckery. Or what would you tell? What would you give them advice? What would your general advice be? One tip.
I would tell them to avoid women that are not open to growth, women that are like just stagnant, women that are okay with being where they are and don't want to be better, that aren't working towards being like a better version of themselves. I would tell them to stay away from women like that, because women like that, that's a red flag, and they're just going to bring you down.
Okay. Well, can you explain what you mean by that, by not growing? Because that's a very vague.
Yeah, so for me, like personally, I would like someone who is interested in like growing mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. So obviously I work out a lot. So I love someone who also shares that same vision, but also like, do you spend your free time watching TV and getting high and getting drunk? Or do you spend your free time learning something? Do you spend your free time watching YouTube videos or reading and just stuff like that?
Productive people.
Yeah.
Personal development.
Okay. All right. All right. What about you?
Me?
What would you suggest to your brother and or son, knowing how women are nowadays?
Well, my brothers are really good people, but I would tell them that to avoid dating someone like me.
Oh, shit.
Damn! Oh, thanks, man.
I have a great heart. I have a good heart, but like definitely avoid dating someone like me.
Yeah. Good heart, but you're home.
What's someone like you? What that mean?
Yeah, why is that?
Yeah.
I'm just young and I do OnlyFans. I wish I didn't have to do OnlyFans. I really did it for the money, right? To help pay off my college debt and stuff like that. But
I feel like it's nothing wrong with it.
there's nothing wrong, but I know there's nothing wrong, but I also
back her up.
No. I know the reality of it.
You're thinking in May. Okay.
Yeah.
Understand that that's a bad choice. Okay, no.
No, I know the reality of OnlyFans and the whole connotation
but
around
you do have
it.
a degree in marketing. You could have got a job in that.
I know.
With what? With how competitive it is right now? It's
OnlyFans is competitive too, though.
Yeah.
That's true.
Hella girls in OnlyFans. Hella girls.
But
Hella
I do.
girls.
I'm trying
Hella
to.
girls.
Hella girls.
Hella girls.
I know that.
If you're good at what you do, you could have definitely got a job in marketing. You got a degree.
Yeah.
I am. I know. I'm really smart. But like OnlyFans has brought me. OnlyFans has brought me into rooms that I never thought I could see, right? And around people with money, because I want to start businesses and stuff like that. Oh my God.
Yeah, you took a step up for that one.
Anyways. But yeah, so my brothers definitely avoid a girl like me, and like dumb bitches too. Like I'm very smart, so I want them to have like a smart, nice, like church girl, definitely for sure.
Is she smart?
I would say she's smart. She just has a language barrier. That's all.
Okay. That's great.
Mm.
Would you and her do content together?
Yep.
Like a photo
way
shoot.
I look at her, I'm like,
photo shoot. Like we can do a photo shoot. Like together.
Photo shoot.
Yeah.
Right.
We can do a photo shoot.
Yikes.
Fantastic.
What
about you?
What was that? That was
What's
it.
one
That
tip
was-
you
that
would
was
give
it.
to a son or brother?
I would say just find a girl who doesn't give you anxiety. Just keeps you at peace.
Like you did with your guy?
No, I did not.
He broke up with you. You gave him anxiety.
No, he broke up with me.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Which I didn't give him anxiety.
You do realize that men rarely break up with girls, right?
No, that's not true.
If a dude breaks up with a girl, she fucked up royally. Men rarely, if ever,
I
initiate
just
breakups.
wasn't okay with what he did and the way he
And you probably
did
nagged
it.
them about it.
I was annoyed as fuck about it. Yeah.
See,
It bothered
how do
me.
I predict all this shit?
Again.
Wait, Mo, say it.
We read you like a book earlier, man.
Yeah, I knew right away.
You were nagging.
Yeah, because she didn't have. Once a girl says, "Oh, I was bored and I wasn't preoccupied," she's gonna nag you. She's gonna want to talk to you all the time. He's probably working, doing sales. That tires you out socially, doing sales, high level sales especially. and then you come home and then she's there bored and she's got all this energy and she wants to talk to you and you're like, bro, shut up. And then she's like, oh, I don't feel love, because that was your first complaint. Well, I didn't feel loved. And it's like, well, men show love in different ways. Like, we don't show you guys love by sitting there and talking to you all day and wasting our time. Because to be honest with y'all, I ain't gonna lie, most of us don't really like talking to you guys that much, because men and women are very different. When I speak to a woman, your experiences versus my experiences are vastly different. We view the world differently just based on our gender. And a lot of the times women can't identify with masculine problems. And this is something that most men will never admit to women, but we don't enjoy talking to y'all like that. Be honest. Most of y'all are not interesting or entertaining like that. And I'd rather talk to men that share the same experiences. We're able to have certain conversations. And then another thing, too, when we talk women is we have to dress things up in a certain way. We have to speak to you in a certain tonality, because women are more concerned with how things are said versus what is said. If I'm around my boys, I'd be like, bro, you're fat as fuck right now. You look like shit. Ha, ha, ha. We all have a good time showing each other, right? But with women, you can't say that. You got to, like, watch what you say and all this other shit. It's just annoying. So I think women kind of underestimate how annoying you guys can be and how much we really don't enjoy talking to you guys that much. If it's your girl, you'll have a conversation with her here and there. But in general, we really appreciate it when you guys are quiet.
Yeah, what about when women telling you a story?
Oh, yeah.
And it take a long time to get to the point.
Yeah.
We're like,
and they suck at telling stories too.
They suck. Oh yeah, the sub stories.
Yeah, they suck at telling stories too. I gotta like even just during the course of this interview, I had to ask like confirming questions to make sure I understand the situation better. Like, yeah, I mean, it's all discombobulated. There's no point. There's no structure to the story. I don't know. Not all, but I've just noticed in general, because you guys tell your stories through emotion versus like through reasoning and logic.
Right. Yeah, I don't need to know what your friend had on during the story. I don't need to know what she was wearing.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Like that.
I agree. Women focus too much on details where men don't really care about it. They just want, okay, what happened? Like just like the when, why, all the W's. Yeah.
I mean, let's have fun with this. When she told her Thanksgiving story, I don't know if you guys peeped on this, bro, as I was listening. She didn't tell you where it was being done. That her boyfriend's father was single. She didn't tell you any of that shit.
No, she didn't.
All she remembered was this bitch was dressed like a whore, and some girls came dressed provocatively, some girls didn't, etc. She remembers those details because that's what's pertinent, but she didn't tell you the who, what, where, when, and why.
Exactly.
Like, because at face value, you're like, wait, why did his dad bring a bunch of random hoes to Thanksgiving? Well, he's single, he's divorced, he has money. That all matters in the context of a story, but women miss these details a lot of times when they tell you the story. And they're more concerned with like the other stuff, like this Russian girl was dressed this way, etc. She had yellow teeth. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like details that aren't that pertinent to the story.
I'm convinced whenever a girl tells a story, she's not lying to you.
No,
she's telling you what's important to her.
Yeah.
So you need the other facts around what she's saying.
Yes, and I've noticed that
to make it real.
with girls, like, yeah, you guys notice minuscule details that aren't really relevant to the story, but it might have made you feel a certain way.
Yeah.
Versus us, it's like, okay, well, tell us the who, what, where, when, and why. Let's get the facts of the story so we understand it can come to a proper conclusion here. But that's just one difference. And I'm not saying women are evil for that. Like, of course not. But I think it's very important that men understand that the way females communicate versus the way that we communicate are different. And once you understand that, you can kind of move accordingly. So, anyway. Where were we?
Where are you?
Yeah. One tip you would tell your brother or son. Wait, did we get yours? We didn't get yours.
I answered just give him peace. I don't know.
Oh, don't nag. So don't do what you did. Okay.
No.
Fantastic. Okay. What about you? Hey, learn from your mistakes, man.
Good example.
What about you?
Probably just find someone who makes you happy.
Okay, come on, man. That's boring as fuck.
Bro, like, come on now.
What is required to make a man happy? That like what should they look for?
Somebody you can like go experience things with. I don't know. I wouldn't want like him to be with. I wouldn't want like my brother to be with someone who's like boring and just like wants to sit at home all day. Like I would want him to be with someone like they can go to like.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Here's a litmus test. Would you prefer your brother be with a girl that's boring and sits home all day, but he knows where she is, or a girl that's outgoing, spontaneous, the life of the party, etc.? Which one do you think is a better fit for your brother?
But I'm saying like he's with her. I'm not saying she's doing it without him.
Yeah, but if there's two options, which one would you think is better?
I mean, are you saying in the fact of he's not with her? Like, she's out doing these things, like she's either home or she's out with her girlfriends, or are you saying he's with her?
Two scenarios.
Yeah.
He's with girl A, who is boring, stays at home, prefers to be watching Netflix and hanging out, waiting for him, right, and doesn't really go outside. Or the other girl who's spontaneous, adventurous, has friends, has a social life, is out and about, life of the party, interesting life experiences, what do you think is a better fit for your brother?
Life experiences.
See, that is why women don't know anything. And I knew you were gonna say that. And the reality is, the first girl I mentioned is a way better fit for most guys.
Lazy and just sitting at home all day.
See, I love how she said that person's lazy. See how she was able to find a negative thing to the girl who's actually the better candidate for her brother versus the other girl. Bro, we don't want girls that are outside all the time and life of the party and spontaneous and all that shit. It's free-spirited. Those girls tend to be promiscuous. Not all the time, but they tend to be.
Don't you think, like, if a girl's bored at home, she'd have, like, more of a reason to, like, go find someone else than if she's actually, like, living her life?
Who's more likely to do the bullshit? The girl living her life or the girl sitting at home waiting for the guy?
There's something called social media nowadays. Maybe back then, maybe in the 90s when, like, people didn't have phones and everything. I agree with what you're saying, but nowadays there's social media and everything.
You're saying FOMO?
I'm saying, like, girls nowadays, like, on Instagram, Snapchat, like, all these, like, places, like, they're talking to guys, like, and I feel like if you're at home, like, doing nothing, like, that's, like, your phone is so easy to, like, open up to,
Of course, but this is why guys prefer girls that don't have a big social media or aren't on social media at all.
Yeah.
I think, but I just found it interesting how you think, like, the better partner is the girl that's, like, out and about versus the girl that stays at home.
I mean, I know I'd want to be with someone who's like, we go out and do things. Like, I personally wouldn't want to sit at home.
But wouldn't it be fair to say that as a female, you're attracted to different things than a man would be attracted to?
I mean, sure, yeah.
Like, for example, like, a girl wants a guy that's, like, adventurous, able to do things, competent, experienced, right? But men don't want that. Like, we want a girl that's inexperienced.
Okay.
If that makes sense. Like,
yeah,
I want to be the first one to take a girl to Dubai. If she's been there before, that's a fucking problem. I look at that as a red flag. I want me to be the first one where she's got in a Mercedes or a Lambo or whatever the first time, and it's my car, versus, I've been in a Lamborghini before. If a girl tells me that, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, that's not good. Or she's been on a private jet before. These are all like red flags. When I see girls that have experiences like this, I automatically think to myself, ho. And this is how most men think. Like, they'll never admit it, but if I see a girl that's had luxurious experiences, I'm like, oh, this isn't good.
What if she, like, provided those experiences for herself?
How? No, how?
I'm genuinely asking.
How?
That's the response most guys are going to give. They're going to laugh just like you will.
Unless it's daddy's money or...
Bro, there are women out there who provide, who are like entrepreneurs
Be
and
honest,
everything.
the majority aren't entrepreneurs though. Right?
I agree with that. I'm not saying the majority, but I'm saying like if you meet a woman.
So what? Maybe 1 out of 10 girls might be actually able to provide that for herself. But what are the other 9 though? They got it from a dude, right?
Probably.
So if the likelihood is that 9 out of 10 times she got it from a dude, what are men gonna think?
That it's always from a dude. I don't know.
Therefore, you were right. So then they're not gonna respect it.
Have you ever
they're gonna automatically assume like, what the fuck? Like this chick is a 304.
Have you ever been in a Lambo before?
No, I don't think so.
Well, trust me, it won't be me changing that for sure.
Oh, well, she's a horse.
No, Chris is gonna change that. Chris.
No, hey, it's fine, man.
Get him, Chris. You know what I was gonna say? He can do it for you, but he has no car.
What?
Because I live in Brickell, man.
He doesn't want a car.
I don't have to drive, man.
He takes the Metro Mover. He takes the Metro Mover.
Anyway, going back to what I was saying. Men don't value experience like women do. Is what I've and this is another I'm not picking on you, by the way, for saying this, because I've noticed a lot of girls that come on the show, they tend to think like men and women have the same attraction triggers, but it's actually the opposite. Like, you're attracted to a guy that's smart, confident, tall, money, status, worldly experiences. We, on the other hand, we're attracted to a girl that's young, impressionable, not experienced. We don't care about their money or their competence. We want to be the ones to teach them competence, if anything, right? Because all of you guys said earlier, I want a leader, right? Mm-hmm. Well, how am I going to be a leader if you've already experienced everything?
You have to be better than me.
Yeah, but if you've already done all this stuff, you've been in Lambos, you've been to expensive places, you've done all this shit.
But I haven't done it with
you.
Yeah, with that person.
But why? Okay, good point. Good point. But why? But why should I go ahead and give you those experiences when I can go get another girl that's going to appreciate it way more?
Yeah. How would you like?
Does that make sense?
How are you to say though that one girl would appreciate it more than the other girl?
Well,
just because she's experienced.
Because we're human beings. Like, when people have experienced things before, a lot of the times they don't appreciate it to the same degree as if they had it, if they've never had it before or it's the first time, right? This happens a lot with girls, right? So what I've noticed with women when we interview them, if they date a rich guy before, every single guy that comes after that, they're going to hold that next new guy to that old standard of the guy they had before. It's very difficult for a girl to meet a guy that is wealthy or has some kind of status, whatever, and then go backwards, right? So girls a lot of times are victims of their own success with men. But what ends up happening is like it's very hard for them to find that guy again. They'll break up with him and then they'll hold every new guy to that standard.
No, we can enhance that situation, but to be honest, the first new experience for somebody that you care about is better than having a second experience.
Yeah. So I'd rather be the first one that creates that impression versus somebody else. Like, I mean, this sounds kind of fucked up, but I look at women as like kind of like clay, right?
Oh,
and,
shit.
Right. and I'll explain, but with this analogy, we should probably go to Rumble before I go. Yeah, go to Rumble. Rumble.com/freshandfit.
We're still on YouTube.
We're still on YouTube? That's what I was gonna say. We go to Rumble. Oh, it's like, oh, okay. So, all right, I'll clean it up then. So, when a woman, right? Please. In this, yeah, I'll so when a female is like young, right? 18 to like 24, right? That's when she's the most impressionable, and the strongest man in her life is going to typically define her. If she has strong brothers, a strong father, etc., like they're gonna mold her a lot of times well. Because if it's the dad or the brothers, they don't want her to be a 304. They don't want her out there on the streets. They want her to be a good girl, etc. Because obviously you don't want your sister being the town, village bicycle, right? Yep. Because that's embarrassing for you and your last name. So she'll be molded, right? And the strongest guy that comes into her life when she's still impressionable and the clay is still, nice and soft, she'll be molded to that man. Now, what ends up happening is as women get older, they get more and more hardened, right? Yep. And once they reach a certain age, it's going to be very difficult for them to, change. This is why, girls that are in their 30s or girls that are successful, etc., they're not going to change because they've kind of been doing their own thing and they refuse. Why? They're like, well, I've always lived my life the way that I want. Why the fuck am I going to change because of a man? And these girls are no longer impressionable. Now, of course, you could go ahead and date them or whatever, and you can have your masculinity on point and they might follow you, but why would I go ahead and go through the trouble of trying to change a girl that's 31 years old when I'm going to meet a girl that's 21 years old that's going to respect me, that's going to follow my leadership? She'll view the world through my lens, and she'll be more than likely following my lead and be more submissive versus an older girl that already has her preconceived notions on males. She might have been burned by a guy before, now I got to deal with that trauma and that baggage. She might be bringing kids in. So men value women that are inexperienced versus women value men that are experienced.
Wouldn't that make you their dad?
Huh?
If you date someone who's too inexperienced, wouldn't you have to like parent them?
Yeah.
Because if you're older, like you're gonna have to teach them every single thing. They're incapable.
Maybe in the initial stages, of course,
babies,
right? Like you'll have to, like but at some point, like she'll quickly. Like women are pretty smart and they acclimate fast, so they'll kind of wisen up and figure it out once you've been like what you don't like, etc. But I've noticed with like older women, they're less likely to change. They just won't. And then they might have like preconceived notions like, oh, all men are trash or fuck niggas and all this other shit. So it's kind of like, do you want to be around a girl like that and build a family with her? I don't think it's a good environment a lot of the times. I don't know. What do y'all think?
I don't know.
I think he don't miss. He don't miss.
I see your point.
I agree with you.